We could document that experience.
Did you see a white light? It was more like pure energy.
How is she playing the piano now?
It's like her brain's been rewired.
I'm going next.
Charging 200.
It's a good day to die.
Clear.
Everyone I touch today, I'm gonna heal.
It's an awakening.
3 minutes. Jamie only did 2. What can I say? We're competitive.
I'm going next. 5 minutes.
7 minutes.
No one's ever come back from that.
Was it all fun? Was there anything disturbing? Something is happening to us. I think I'm going crazy.
Maybe we opened the door.
Sure big. Hi.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm a little terrified after watching this film. I'm a big, huge thriller and horror fan, and I think the key to any thriller or horror is clearly the acting. Like, you have to convince it. So can you talk about any challenges you faced, especially, I would imagine, Ellen, with some of the traumatic scenes you had to film?
Sure.
And kind of portraying your characters?
Yeah. I mean, it was it's always an enjoyable challenge to get to have things to grab onto, and like Courtney was a great opportunity and role for just such a range of experience. I think the challenge was like how much pain she was in, honestly, because that was sort of the base of everything and all of her choices in life, really, and what steered her to doing this experiment. And I'd say with the horror stuff, I think just when you have to do it for like, a 12-hour day or something is more about how do you keep creating that in the body, how do you keep getting yourself in a state of just being utterly petrified? But again, also an enjoyable challenge, Yeah.
It's exhausting. When you said that, I remember, because you want your heart to be racing it, and so I would do stuff like just jump around and like do some mad sort of stars jumps.
Get the adrenaline.
But then,
because then when someone really does make a noise for you to react to, you really are,
So you're at this incredibly high tension level, but as Ellen says, it's for hours and hours. So you go back to your room and you're just like, poor. But you had it hard. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that was very difficult to watch, I will say. But I did like the movie had a message, right? I think anyone can relate to, what do you have to let go of to maintain peace in your life? And I would love to know, especially because you all are entertainers, it's a very hectic environment to be in all the time. What is something you've had to let go of to find peace within your career?
Wow.
Damn. Where are you guys?
There you go.
Okay.
I think for me, it's like learning how to not worry about what other people think or how they're perceiving you, or be remotely afraid of your authentic self. And especially because it always feels like such a funny thing when I think our job is about, like, not to sound so actory, but trying to access truth or relate to someone else's truth and find that within us. And yet then the job can be so much about so many silly things or silly ideas of how people have to be, look, et cetera, et cetera. So I think letting go of that was very freeing for me.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah.
I mean, not caring what people think, but also not comparing yourself to other people constantly, being your own individual thing. I think there's a tendency in every industry, but particularly this, to feel a pressure to conform, and to throw that away is really important, to be your own individual, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's great advice. Now, for the ladies, I would love to know, I think it's pretty interesting because you both are people who are viewed as kind of challenging society's norm of women, and I don't know if you do that intentionally or unintentionally, but I'm curious, how would you define kind of your womanhood or your sexuality as a woman?
I would define it as, I'm just doing me.
I love it.
I mean, like, what I am, it's funny for it to be described as challenging society, because I'm just living my best me, you feel me? Like, I'm not intentionally, if me living my truth is a challenge to somebody, it looks like they have shit to work on, not me.
I mean, yeah, the same, or the idea that we would, be a challenge because of who we are, or because I'm gay, or because of the work I want to make. makes me so sad because it's just such a clear reflection of a system that is so narrow-minded, and sometimes not sometimes an industry that can be too, but hopefully that's changing. Yeah.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Relax. Enjoy the experience.
Counting off 60 seconds.
Get her out. Relax. Enjoy the experience.